is the Bristol Flyers podcast.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Bristol Flyers podcast with me, Joel Osborne. I'm joined as always by Sam Hardy. How are you settling into the new role? Obviously, we spoke about in the last episode, but you've been in, how long have you been in now for? A few months now, right? 3 months?
Well, I've done 3 months. I had my 3-month probation meeting last week.
Oh, yeah?
And P60, P45, which one is it when you get fired? I don't know what it is.
Well, you didn't get one of those.
I didn't get, I've still got the job. Still here. No, I'm loving it, mate. It is such a cool environment. You've been working in sport, what, 10 years now?
Well, this is mine. I'm entering season number 9 total for Flyers.
And I know it's hard work, but being in sport is pretty cool, isn't it? So
Yeah, you just go to work. It doesn't feel like you're going to work. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm very thankful to be doing a job I love. That sounds a bit soppy, doesn't it?
It's soppy, but mate, it's true, and not everyone gets to say that. So I'm really happy that you have that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a busy period though.
Okay.
Over the last few weeks, I've just come back from holiday. Got back from holiday, checked my phone. Coach K's on the messages saying we just signed like 7 players, and I got to catch up on 7 signing announcements. So, so you'll see, you will have seen we've started announcing players now. I think at the time of recording, I've written it down here so I don't reveal any signings. At the time of recording, we have announced Mike Miller, Malcolm Delpesh, Tevin Olison, who is today's guest on the podcast, and Thomas Bell out of University of North Texas,
who looks sick as well, by the way.
Yeah.
I was watching his video, and before we actually get onto that though, one thing I did want to say is we all want to see the admin pics from Glasgow. Mr. Admin over here hasn't been sharing his Glasgow pics, and we're livid. Dan Routledge is livid as well.
I'll tell you what, if you want to see Admin's Glasgow pics, you can follow my personal Instagram. It's just Joel Osborne.
Just Joel Osborne. Anyway,
big news around the BBL. This whole, I mean, it seems like every week that passes, everything is going on.
Yeah.
The biggest news over the summer so far, I think, has been the team payments cap, or salary cap, as lots of people call it, is now no more. So teams can essentially spend whatever they want on their rosters. Previously, the salary cap was $250,000, plus you could get your 2 highest paid British players on top of that $250,000. But now it's completely gone, and the main purpose for that is to help London Lions out with their Euro Cup campaign, which is incredible. I can't believe I'm saying a team's going to be playing in Euro Cup, which obviously is fantastic for our league.
it's actually insane. Like, and I know there's like pros and cons to this. People feel like it's going to potentially make the league a little unfair. Some other people think it's a good thing. I think for the long run, it will be a good thing. I think getting more money into the league. Well, if one team does it, others might start slowly increasing their caps, and we'll hopefully do the same at some point. And we'll see like this overall standard of players go up over the next sort of 10 years. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, we could do a whole episode on the salary cap, being dropped, because there's so much to talk about. There is a podcast out there called the BBL Show, which they have done one episode quite recently with Dan Routledge from the Sunday Night Breakdown and Dave Forrester, so you can go listen to that on their thoughts on the salary cap being dropped. But I think in the long run, like, yes, we want to do everything we can to help. If a team's got the capabilities and the funding and the finance to and the infrastructure to be able to compete at Euro Cup level, we don't want to stop that by putting a salary cap on it. If a team was entering Euro Cup with a salary cap of $250,000, I mean, they have to have a minimum of $2.5 million anyway on players to enter the Euro Cup. So you can imagine, so you can imagine, the amount of money we're talking here for London now to be entering Euro Cup, and they've started off strong. I mean, look at the signings they've announced so far, and they haven't even announced an American signing yet. They've literally, Ovi Soko, Costa Koufos. There's rumours of other GB players joining the squad as well. So really exciting times. I, for one, am really looking forward to them coming down to the Wise campus later on this season.
I mean, it's going to be a bit odd seeing all of these amazing players in the Wise campus, isn't it? I mean, I'm looking forward to beating them. Imagine who beats them first.
Well, you never know. I think the thing is, like, you just don't know, and like you don't like the level of player. Like from my opinion, there's not actually too much in the standard of players. From when you go for a player that gets X amount a week to the kind of salaries that we're talking at Bristol Flyers, there's actually not too much in the talent level. Like, a lot of our players we sign are rookies out of college, but there's not. It's not saying they're not going to be able to compete with these players. It's a good chance for them to make a name for themselves in the BBL. So exciting times ahead for London Lions as a whole. From a Bristol Flyers point of view, I don't think too much will change for us in the short term. I think everything's already pretty set. I think until we hopefully get news about this sporting quarter down at Ashton Gate, and then that could transform the whole program.
I was hoping that this episode we could talk about the
soon. I'm told soon. We'll know. And I keep saying that every episode, but we'll know soon. We're hoping it's going to be in August. That we'll get a yes or a no about this arena. So fingers crossed, before the start of the season, we'll know what timescales we're working towards for that one anyway. So fingers crossed, we give you some good news.
Is there still time for people to go and sort of make their comments known on
so you can go on the planning application and you can actually leave a comment. Obviously, it's 2 planning applications going in at the same time. So it's obviously the sporting quarter down here at Ashton Gate. There's also Longmoor Village, which is the housing development on the Ashton Vale site, the old site that was going to be the Ashton Gate redevelopment back in the day.
Yeah.
They're obviously looking to get houses in there to fund the sporting quarter in the long term. So you can go in there and you can go onto the view the planning applications, leave a comment. If you can go in there, if you're listening to the podcast, leave a positive comment on both the sporting quarter one and the Longmoor Village one. That will do wonders to help us with our planning application.
Brilliant.
Coming up on the podcast, we've got so much news to go through here on the podcast.
I'm
going to bash through this super quickly. Let's talk about Manchester Giants. Vince McCauley, now the new head coach of Manchester Giants.
Where did that come from?
I literally did not know. They kept that one quiet. And the first signing he goes and announces is Ramon Fletcher.
It's nuts, isn't it?
I mean, you just can't predict the BBL. If there's rumours of other players of that kind of level joining the team as well, I've seen floating around. We will see what happens there, but a really strong start for them, and obviously they come to us on the first day of the regular season as well.
Oh my goodness me, that's the problem. We played them last time in the last matchup. Was obviously they've got something to sort of fight for this time because we beat them in the quarter final, so they're going to be livid with us. So that first game is going to be a bit of a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, saying that, it could be a completely different team to the one that was there last year. I don't think anyone, even the head coach, I don't think anyone from that team was likely to return.
They don't even know. They don't even realise what happened in the last one.
We will see. More news around the league. Gino Crandall's back at Leicester Riders. Great news. 2-time league MVP back, helping them in their qualification for the Basketball Champions League, which again is great to see a team on the international stage again. Hopefully they can make it through qualifications and they can play regular season games as well, but that is a massive announcement for them, and obviously retaining a whole bunch of their squad so far as well. I think, if I'm correct, they're actually, at the time of recording, they're announcing a signing tonight, but we will find out who that is by the time the episodes come out.
I know we're meant to stay loyal to the Flyers and everything, but Gino is one of my absolute favourites to watch in the flesh. It's just some of the stuff he does. I'm like, how did he see that? It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a fantastic player. Other news around the league. Come back to Bristol Flyers' point of view.
Yeah.
We are currently hiring right now for a new media executive to join me and become a 2-person media team.
Don't do it. He's really hard to work with.
So it'd be exciting. It's the first time we've ever had someone else alongside me full-time working in the Flyers comms team. So hopefully we'll get a lot more content out next season with 2 of us working at it full-time. And we're really keen also to tell stories around the club, not just the BBL team. So I'm talking the women's team, I'm talking the academy, the men's too, the junior program, there's the SGS basketball team as well.
Yeah.
There's so many other stories to tell around the club outside of the BBL team. Hopefully we can do that here on the podcast as well, get some guests on from around the club.
That'd be brilliant. Yeah, absolutely.
What else have I got to go through here? Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to go through. Season tickets, Bristol Flyers season tickets sold out in record time.
What was the time?
Well, the first, I tell you what, we put a first batch on. They sold out within the first 2 days or 3 days, I think it was.
Oh my goodness me.
And then we added, very recently, we added an extra allocation, put a story out about that, and now they're gone as well.
Yeah, and there's also plans for a few changes at SGS so we can get a few more fans in. Isn't the capacity going up a little bit this year again?
Yeah, we're squeezing around little parts. I think the media section is going to move down somewhere else. We're sort of we're kind of jiggling around the tables, putting different things in different places. And we've worked out that we can get more people in there, so it's going to be even louder next season.
Have you put my roof harness in yet so I can float around?
Yeah, just get you floating above the court. Let's make some noisy applause.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. We're just like Pink on a stadium tour.
That'd be amazing. If you didn't get a chance to get your season ticket, you can become a Bristol Flyers member. It costs just £10. We put details out on the website last week. £10 it is. It gives you £1.50 off of every ticket you buy. So if you go to, I can't do the maths, but if you go to like 8 games or so, it basically pays for itself. You get other benefits in there as well. You get ticket priority on playoff games. You get member price tickets for Bears and City games as well.
That's a no-brainer.
Actually, I don't think you do get member price tickets for City and Bears games.
But
you do get access to exclusive events as well. So all the details on the website. Just go have a look there, bristolflyers.co.uk. If you didn't get a chance to be a Flyers season ticket holder, you can become a member, and it is the next best thing to being a season ticket holder. Also, every game is now on general sale. So every home game of the 22-23 season, you can go on the Flyers website. You can buy a ticket for a game in April if you want to.
I literally just today went and synced my calendar up so that all the Flyers games sync up onto my calendar.
Oh yeah, we should chat about that a bit more. And if you go on the website as well, you go into the fixtures section of the website. There's a big button there which says sync to calendar. You can get all the fixtures synced to your mobile phone. It sends you a push notification half an hour before tip-off. Whenever I go into the website and change a fixture, it automatically changes in your calendar as well.
Ironically, if you get the notification half an hour before, you're probably a bit too late.
Yeah, you probably are. But if you're at home and an away game's about to start, half an hour before, you can flick it on BBL player.
That's a great. I nearly was going to go through and delete all the away ones, but no, that's a great idea, Joe.
There you go. Perfect. Let's talk about what's coming up on today's episode, shall we? We've got Tevin Olison, who is the first new signing that we announced this season. The guard, 6'4" guard out of Youngstown State University. We just finished recording the chat with him, and what a great chat it was.
I'm going to tell you right now, basketball aside, what a great guy, hey, what a gent. He's so smiley. He's good fun. I think the Flyers fans are going to love him.
It certainly will be a character on the court for Bristol Flyers this season. It's a great chance for you to sort of get to know him a bit better away from the court, find out a bit more about his playing career to date, and we also open up the mailbag to some of your questions on social media as well. So Sam, do you want to do the honours as to throwing us into the episode?
Stay tuned as we now have welcomed on the podcast Tevin Olison.
This is the Bristol Flyers podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Bristol Flyers podcast, and joining us now, we are very pleased to be with Bristol Flyers' newest signing, Tevin Olison. Tevin, how are you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. How you guys doing?
Yeah, all good. All good over here. How's the reaction to your signing announcement gone down at your end? Because our fans are pretty buzzing about the season ahead, and for you to join us.
I mean, well, my family, they are really excited, and I'm really excited because, it's just something you've been working for years and years, and that you dreamed of. So, yeah, it's a big accomplishment for me.
Where are you right this second? What state? Whereabouts in the country are you?
I'm in Tennessee right now.
I think you're like 5 hours behind us. Is it 5 or 6 hours behind us in the UK?
I think it's 5. Is it 5 o'clock over there right now?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's 5.
So we're 5 hours. We're 5 hours ahead. So you can imagine what it's been like trying to get hold of these new signings when they come in, and it's like, we need to reach out to them, and then the morning is no go because these guys are asleep. So we just have to reach out to them like later on in the afternoon, and then it's like, okay. I tell you what, I actually spoke to another new signing today, earlier this afternoon, who I don't think we will have announced by the time this podcast goes out. So there's a little exclusive there for you.
You don't want to risk it.
No, I don't know. It depends how fast I work, but yeah, with another new signing coming very soon. Tevin, how's it? Like you mentioned it there, but like obviously your first pro contract coming out of college, that must have been like a massive moment for you signing that on, signing your signature on the line.
Oh yeah, that was the big part. That was a big part of me transitioning from the NAIA to the Division One level because I wanted to get more exposure, and I wanted just to get better competition and a better experience in order to be ready for the pro level. So yeah, this was the main goal.
I want to ask a few, so I want to know how old you are before we carry on.
23.
23, so quite fresh out of college right now, yeah?
Yep.
And you've not been to the UK before, have you? This will be your first time coming over here.
This will be my first time out of the country. So yeah, this is big.
If you'd visited us this week, we had our record hottest ever day on ever in the UK, which was 39.1 degrees Celsius, which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's close to like 100, I think. 100 Fahrenheit, which you're probably very used to, right? I mean, that's probably quite normal for you.
Not 100, but yeah, I'm kind of used to the heat.
But close to it, yeah.
Yeah, being from the South, yeah.
You'll get used to. I'll tell you what. When you get over here, you'll get used to the rain.
Okay.
Throughout the season. Okay. I mean, sometimes we get a bit of snow as well.
That'd be nice.
But yeah, you'll get used to the cloudy weather
every day in Youngstown. So, man,
every day.
Man, almost every day it snowed during the winter.
You won't get that here. We have like the most. It's tame. It's a lot of average rain, average snow, and then the sun's pretty average too. So this week we've been excited, haven't we, in the heat? So,
yeah. What are you looking forward to most about coming over to the UK?
Really just the pro life, just playing against the top players in the country, playing against, just playing with better players. It's just the whole experience. It's just what I've been just waiting for all my life.
Yeah, and what about like and Bristol in general? Have you tapped Bristol into Google? Have you?
To be honest, I'm ready to meet the people. I'm kind of a people person, so I'm ready to meet the people. I feel like you guys are really cool, and I feel like you guys are friendly. So, and I like to meet the people. So.
Well, I mean, obviously, you signed with us. I mean, I think you signed with us quite a while ago. We've only just announced you quite recently. I was on a bit of holiday before we announced you, but so you've actually been a Flyers. I mean, you've signed quite a long time ago, didn't you? When did you sign exactly?
I signed last week. Yeah, so last week.
It was last week.
Yeah, it was last week. Yeah, and that was the first. I guess I was the first one that you guys announced this year. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I think Coach just feeds me through the info. I think some of them might have signed a little bit early. I think Malcolm and Mike might have signed pretty quickly after the season had ended.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to? I know we're announcing signings now. Have you had a chance to sort of see some of the other players we're announcing? What are your first impressions of some of your teammates? I know you can only see it off of like Instagram and stuff.
I saw another guy from North Texas. His name is Thomas Bell. He looks like a really pretty energetic. And he looked like he brings it on the defensive end, and like they won a championship, so he knows how to win. So that's a big thing too. So he's a really good player. I can't wait to get on the court with him too.
I think him and I think Mike left just after Thomas joined. I think they didn't quite overlap. Him and Zach Simmons were on the same team though at North Texas. I think he won like 3 conference titles like in 3 years he was there. So. It was pretty, bringing some winning experience to Bristol Flyers, right?
I'm excited. I've seen like all of when the announcements have been done, and I'm so excited to see you guys actually play together because, like, if you're anything to go by your videos, you all look sick. So I'm really, really excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Just want to like take it back to when you signed. Like, tell us how like the kind of move came about from your point of view. I imagine your agent reached out to you and said there was an opportunity available in Bristol. How did that process kind of play out from your point of view?
Yes, it was definitely from my agent, Drew Kelso. He just hit my phone like, "It's this coach named Andreas, and he's in Bristol, and like they're interested in you, and they're a really good team and a really good league." And the coach ended up reaching out to me. We just had a talk, and we just went on from there.
Yeah. What was your reaction when you sort of found out? Did you have like a lot of offers on the table from elsewhere, or was it kind of just, Bristol's interested, I'm keen to find out some more?
I mean, I didn't have a lot, but yeah, I had a handful of offers, but this one just really caught my attention. It was the best. It just felt like the best fit for me. Just after talking to Andreas, it was just felt like the perfect fit for a rookie coming into the pros like me.
I mean, we're coming off of our best ever season from last year. We had we got through to the semifinals of the playoffs, and like we had a game-winning turnaround jumper from one of your teammates from next year, actually Mike Miller, and then we had a game-winning block from another one of your teammates next year as well. So we're seeing like lots of progress over the years, and like how do you feel like you're going to add to the team this year? What do you think your biggest strengths are on the court?
I think I'm a really good an efficient scorer, and I think I'm a really underrated defender as well. I feel like I really get out there on the defensive end, and I feel like I can really get into those passing lanes and disrupt really good players and like stop them from trying to score. And I think, but one thing I think I need to work on is just seeing the floor better, playing out ball screens and stuff like that. But I'm a good player and I know the game, so I know I figured that out.
Yeah, Andreas is really good at sort of. We've seen some players like really develop over Andreas. You look at like the Delpesh brothers, for example. They came in. We had two twins who played NCAA Div 3, and they both joined us at the same time. And now, Malcolm, who stuck around with us this past season. I mean, he was probably one of our best players last season. He averaged I think it was like 17 or 15 and 7 or something like that. And he was a really good player for us. And over the years, we've seen him really grow under Andreas. So Andreas has got a track record of really bringing out potential in some of these players. And the BBL is like a really athletic league as well. I mean, are you looking forward to making that adjustment? I know it's quite different, isn't it? The college style of play to professional level, European style of play.
I mean, I feel like I've been around a lot of athletic players and played against a lot of athletic teams. Like, I really don't know how it is in the BBL, but yeah, it looks really athletic. But I think I'll adjust really, really well to it.
Coming from speaking to a few Americans like last season before, what we've noticed a little bit is the refs over here tend to call more sort of like the little touches inside hands, but like less of the hip stuff, right? Whereas like we've noticed like the other way around in the States. How do you feel like that's gonna? You worried you might get called up for too many fouls this year, or are you not worried about that?
I feel like I'll adjust to it real quick because I just read refs at the beginning of all games anyway. I just see how they're going to ref the game at the beginning, and I just adjust that way.
Nice. Obviously, your first time going to be over here in the UK, first time out the country, as you say. Is there anywhere you're looking to go in Bristol? Have you done a chance to look at some of the stuff off the court, like places to eat or places to go? You had much research into that at all yet?
I haven't. That's actually surprising because I love to eat, man. I just feel like when I get there, I'm gonna eat everything. Especially if you guys got good food, I'm gonna eat everything. Like, I love to eat. So
I'll tell you what, there is some good places to eat out in Bristol. There's also some interesting foods. Like, so for example, we've had players in the past that have been a bit surprised by a full English breakfast. Have you ever heard of one of those?
No, I haven't.
So essentially, for breakfast, you get sausage, bacon, egg,
fried egg,
yeah, like toast and things like that. And then the one that always gets the American players is the baked beans. Have you ever?
I got one thing to say about me. I got one thing you guys should know. I don't eat pork.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's no pork. Oh, guys,
there's loads of pork in there.
There is loads of pork, and it's literally all pork.
Yeah.
I don't eat pork.
So you won't be able to have much of a fight. But you can try beans on toast, though.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's the decision made. Like some of the Americans, like that's their no go. They don't try it. But yeah, there are some interesting foods over here. There's also some really good places to eat out as well. So I'm sure the guys will take you out for some good places to eat once you get down here. Just sort of looking back to those like conversations you had with Andreas, and I know you said you had like a few offers out there on the table, but after you had that conversation, initial conversation with coach, was there anything in particular that he said about the club that sort of made you think, yes, this is the place where I want to go ahead and start my pro career?
I mean, I just feel like he really he was the most genuine about his offer. He really sounded like he really needed me, and he felt like I could really contribute to this team's success. And I feel like I just trusted him the most. That's what I always go off trust. And if I trust you the most, then I'm going to follow you, and I'm going to ask for your leadership. And that's what I want to do with Coach Andreas.
Have you had a chance to like look at any of the stuff on socials or anything like that with the Flyers, or any of the highlights from like previous years or things like that? What to expect, things like that.
Oh yeah, I watch a lot of you guys' top highlights. I saw the blog. I saw Mike's game winner. I saw a lot of the highlights. It was really that's another thing that I like. I like the energy that the crowd brings at home games and stuff like that, and like it just looks fun, and that's what I'm all about.
It's one of those things like our crowd, our fans, like another level, aren't they? Like compared to some other places in the league, you'll notice like it is loud at the arena where we play, like in SGS. It goes crazy, doesn't it? At times?
Yeah, it's definitely like one of the smallest. Well, it is the smallest venue in the league, but the way that it's sort of set up, you've got fans literally right on top of you, so they can you've got fans literally sat courtside like a meter from the sideline. So a lot of players when they come in, like away team players, when it gets raucous in there, like a playoff game, They can. We've seen players in the past like crumble under pressure. Like, I don't know if you remember the 2018, the Jukic free throws.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
shooting free throws, and literally he like airballed a free throw because it was so raucous in there, and he missed the second one. He went over 2 from the line, so a really important pair of free throws, like fourth quarter.
Yeah,
and literally, were like the fans are in his head, like they literally were in his head for that game. But it can get really tense down there at SGS. Like, it's one of the smallest venues, but like you say, one of the loudest. We do have plans for like a bigger arena on the horizon. We're hoping to get some planning permission in the next month or so on that one.
Yeah.
So we are looking to get a 4,000 seater arena right down here, actually, at Ashton Gate, where we are right now. So that's an exciting project as well.
So obviously we're linked to some other sports teams in Bristol. We have like a rugby team and a what you would call soccer team linked together.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you're going to come down and watch any of those matches while you're here?
I'm a big fan of football. Actually,
football or the soccer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna say like I just know a lot of players, but I have a lot of friends that play soccer, and like I used to go to a lot of games, and I really enjoy it. I like how fast it's played. I like how physical it is. I like how physical it gets sometimes. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, their season starts at the end of this month. So when it's not a clash with Flyers games, we're 100%. We usually do a team social down to a City game or a Bears game. So we'll definitely get you down for that. It'd be good for chance for you to check out Ashton Gate, where we are right now, and see what it's all about.
Yeah.
Just like going back to those conversations with coach you had, did he say much about your role and things like that, and the sort of what he wants to see from you out on the court, and did he talk about the team's targets for the season ahead as well?
He definitely told me my role, and that's one of the reasons why I chose to come here. He wants me to just play how I've been playing all my life, just play my game, be aggressive, and wants me to be one of the best defenders on the floor at all times. And he thinks I have really good leadership skills and leadership traits, so that he wants me to put that to use to make a run for the team this year.
Talk about like some of your defense and stuff. Have you looked much into like the league as a whole, or some of the talent levels of the players you'll be going up against this season?
I watch a few of the games, but I really haven't got into like other players and like how good they are and stuff like that. I've just really been trying to focus on myself and better myself and get myself ready. Just make sure that I'm ready to go and kill them this year.
I mean, the basketball world is so small. Like we say it every every player that comes on the podcast, but there's always someone who knows someone who's played against someone at college or been a teammate of someone else at college. So you might end up coming down here and being like, "Oh, I recognize you. I played against you at college one year." Do you know what I mean? So it is a very small world, the basketball world, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will run into somebody that I've played before. I mean, all the years of AAU, all the years of college. So yeah, I played against a lot of people from around the country.
And
play with.
Sorry, say that again.
I said and play with. I played with a lot of guys from out of the country. So yeah.
The general level of the league is going up and up all the time. Like we had a team, London last year had about 3 G League players in, or ex-G League league players in, or whatever. Was there an NBA player that year as well, or not?
Julian Washburn, who's played in the league very briefly.
Yeah.
This season, actually, they've just announced, like Costa Koufos, the 11-year NBA vet. They've just announced him, actually, so he's going to be playing
in London
for the Lions this season. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's interesting stuff right there.
He'll be at the end of his, he's at the end of his career though. So you're gonna absolutely burn him. I'll tell you that right
now. Obviously, we can't not have you on without talking about your time at college at Youngstown State. You did your senior year there, and then obviously you transfer, as you say. How do you look back on your whole college experience as a whole, and how did that help you prepare now to take this next step into your rookie season as a pro?
Well, when I first got there, it was just surreal. I actually couldn't believe that I was at the Division One level. Like, I knew I was always supposed to be there, but I just couldn't believe it because it just took me so long to get there. But it just changed my total mindset, and it changed the way I looked at the game. And because at the NAIA level, it's really high. It's really a high level competition, and you will play against really good people, but you won't play against really good players every night. But that's how it is on the Division One level. And I feel like is definitely how it's going to be on the pro level. So that really got me ready for the pros, and I think that just playing like for a coach like Coach Calhoun, he really knows the game. He teaches you that. He teaches you how to play off ball screens, how to attack off the dribble, how to guard, what position to be in, and stuff like that. So yeah, that really got me ready for the pro level.
What do you think you had to? What was your biggest adjustment you had to make, like from going up into Div 1? Was it things like that everyone was just more athletic and quicker to you, like, or was it actually a skill level was better as well?
For Youngstown, it was really playing against like really good people, like just like me. Because like when I was at Cumberland, it's like I was the best player, and like I had to like really like carry a huge scoring load, like not defensively, but just offensively. I had to carry a huge scoring load offensively, but I didn't have to do it at Youngstown State, so I had to really find my role and know when to shoot, know when to make the right pass, and you know what I'm saying. That was my biggest transition.
Am I right in thinking that year when you made that transition from Cumberland's up to Youngstown State, you were the only player in the whole of college basketball to make that transition up from NAIA into Div 1?
Mm-hmm.
That must have been like quite a special achievement. Do you know what I mean? It's something that sort of sets you apart from many of the players. So, you know, you're talking about, you know, players wanting to go pro. It's literally the only player in whole college basketball to make the transition from that level that season.
That's nuts, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, that was a really big thing for me because I kind of knew I wanted to do it, but it was kind of hard for me because I love the school that I was at, Cumberland. It was a really good school. I played for a really good coach. I feel like they believed in me when nobody else did, so I really didn't want to leave. But I just wanted to really play Division One and prove that I could like perform on that level, and that's what I did.
Last year we learned about the red shirt year. Is that right? Is that you said?
Yeah, that's right.
But you didn't have to do one for this.
Yeah. No, actually. Yeah, I did the red shirt. I did the red shirt year when I first left JUCO, and then I played the 2 years at Cumberland's.
And then straight through to Div 1.
For anyone that didn't hear about the red shirt year, that was that if you transfer colleges, they have a year where you're not allowed to play for their team because they didn't want people to just transfer. Is this right? You don't want people to just transfer colleges every year, and is that the reason?
I mean, yeah, they do that now. Yeah, it's so easy to transfer now. You just enter the portal and you'll be able to play. But I remember like a few years back, it was hard to transfer and like play the next year. You had to sit out and stuff like that. But it seems like everybody's doing it now. You can do whatever.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I guess. Yeah, right. I guess like also like the fact that you've already made a transition up a level. How much does that kind of help you now going from Div 1 now into professional? Like, because again, you know you've done the step up in level. I imagine that must give you quite a bit of confidence going into the first season.
I feel like it just helps me in the fact that I know what to expect now because I know I'm going to be working with new players. I know it's going to take probably a couple like practices or whatever to figure out their game and know when to give them the ball and stuff like that. But I think it's going to be easier playing with pros, playing with better people that know the game.
Yeah, and also the fact that you can you haven't got to study college. What was it you studied while you were training in college?
I was general studies, so
just general studies.
Yeah.
So you haven't got to balance both. Like essentially, you're paid to play now, so you can literally spend all your time working on your craft, working in practice, and then just playing games as well. That must be like quite a big load off your shoulders as well, I imagine.
Yeah, a very big load. I just focus on basketball now. No school, no books, just straight basketball. Yeah. That's the dream. So.
Well, it's just under 2 months until you're going to be here with us, which it might seem quick for me. I want it to come now because I'm so ready for the new season to start. But 2 months to happen till you're here. So what sort of things are you doing at the moment to prepare? What does a typical day look like at the moment? Just while you're waiting to come here, I suppose.
Well, a typical day for me is wake up at 6:30 in the morning, go lift at 7 a.m. And then right after that, I go straight to the gym and work out with my brother. And then go back to the house. Take a nap. I need that post-workout nap, man. I need that nap. And then I'll probably eat. And then I'll go back to the gym later to work out again with my brother. My brother actually been training me all my life. So all the skills I had. I mean, shout out to him, for that. Because,
What's his name? What's his name? Let's give him a shout out on the podcast. What's his name?
His name is Tevin Olison.
Shout out Jordan.
Jordan. And so he's an older brother, is he, that sort of did it before you, but has been able to help train you up through the years?
Oh yeah, all my life, ever since I was 4. So he put the ball in my hands.
Is he playing pro as well, or is he working?
Oh no, actually, right now he's coaching in high school right now.
Oh, nice, awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, we're gonna have to get him over at some point. Come and watch you play over in England.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he already said he's coming. He already said he's he already said he's coming. You got to come out the game.
Awesome stuff. Obviously, you mentioned all the work you've been doing in the build-up. What about away from the court? What sort of things do you like to do to unwind? Are you like watching stuff on Netflix? Are you Amazon Priming?
Oh yeah. I like to binge watch shows. I like to watch podcasts like this. I like to but I really love movies, and I play 2K a lot. So that's what I do. I play 2K and I watch movies.
What's your what have you been watching recently? What's your go-to at the minute?
TV shows, Peaky Blinders. I've been watching Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. Get in the zone.
Yeah, something to get you in the mood for coming over to the UK.
Yeah. Tommy Shelby the GOAT.
Who do you play with on 2K, or if not, like if it changes, who's your NBA team that you support?
The Grizzlies right now. Yeah, I'm supporting the Grizzlies.
Yeah, nice. Good stuff. Big fan of John Morant.
Yeah,
tearing it up.
I'm a Memphis guy, so yeah, and they really got the city rocking right now. So yeah, I've been rocking with them.
Yeah, nice. Just before we get into the Q&A segments, obviously we ask fans to send in their questions. For those fans listening to this podcast right now, what's your message to them? Obviously, they can't wait to see you on court in September. What's your message to the fans who have to wait just under 2 months to see you in action?
You can expect to see a big smile when I get there. You can expect to meet a friendly person and a person that's going to work hard every day and just bring it and give you guys some wins and bring something to the city that's never been done, hopefully.
Awesome.
They're going to love that. That is exactly the sort of person they're looking for in the team, eh? So
this is the Bristol Flyers podcast.
Should we get to the mailbag section?
Yes, we shall. We've got probably about 5 or 6 questions here. Quite, you can answer as you wish, but quite quick answers, I think.
Yeah, we've got some. Basically, we put out on social media to fans to send in their questions to you ahead of arriving in Bristol. And should we get to the first one? You want to read the first one, Sam?
Yeah, I'll go for it. So, who is the toughest player that you've played against so far in your career?
My friends just asked me this, man. The toughest. This is gonna sound funny, but I'm gonna say when I was in high school, it was the Lawson brothers. Do you guys know the Lawson brothers? They played for Kansas a few years back. The Dedrick Lawson and Keelan Lawson.
I feel like I've heard the name, but
yeah. They were ranked. They beat Oak Hill, and Oak Hill were ranked number 1 in the country. We played against those guys twice that year when I was in the 11th grade. Yeah, that was.
What was it about them that made them tough to go up against?
They were like 6'9", 6'10". Both of them, they played point guard.
Well, that'll do it. That'll do it.
They shot threes and they blocked shots. It was crazy.
You got a 6'9" point guard running at you in transition. It's like, oh god.
The point guard's as tall as the center. Near enough.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, right. They're playing all positions. It's just crazy.
Twins. Well, it's kind of similar to the Delpesh twins if they were point guards.
They are not point guards, I'm telling you.
they're not point guards. Okay, we've got another question here. This one is from Ed Harding on Instagram, and they want to know, how did you first get into basketball, and what was it that made it really fun for you while growing up?
Well, I started playing basketball when I was 4, so I was just outside all the time, and my brother just put the ball in my hands. Me and my brother would go around playing people 2-on-2 and beating everybody in our neighborhood, just playing everybody 2-on-2. And it just made me fall in love with it. I just stayed outside playing basketball every day.
Yeah, I think that's how everyone gets into it, really, just playing outside, right? That's just literally, you can get so addicted. We need a ball and a hoop. You literally just go out there and shoot by yourself, whatever, it just makes you fall in love with the game. That's how I fell in love with basketball as well.
Same as me. Just had one in our little village and it was just like, yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah. Got next question, Sam?
Okay, so I mean, you've kind of answered this one, but I want to like a real quick, answer on it. What have you learned from your college career that you can take into your rookie season as a pro?
So one lesson you can take from college into the pros. What is it?
Attack every day like it's your last.
That's a great answer. That literally is a great answer.
That is such a good answer.
Here we go. Here's another one. Did you have any nicknames while you were playing at college?
Everybody gonna call me Tevo. I just Tevo is my name. That's my name on Instagram. My brother called me Tevo. Now my brother called me T, but people call me Tevo, Tev. All my friends call me Tevo though. All the fans.
I like it.
Yeah, Tevo's going to be...
Yeah, we'll make that stick in Bristol. That will stick in Bristol.
Okay, final question in the mailbag. It doesn't matter if you don't understand this question, okay? But if you do, that's great. Okay. But Mark Habs on Instagram wants to know, are you looking forward to a cheeky Nando's?
I don't know what it is, but that sounds crazy.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Coach loves taking the team out for a cheeky Nando's. They do this thing every year where the guys shoot half court shots in practice and stuff like that. Or if someone makes a half court shot in a game, at the end of a quarter or something, he takes the whole team out for a Nando's. So Nando's is like a massive chicken chain out here in the UK. Wow. You'll absolutely love it, and the slang, the phrase that does the rounds is cheeky Nando's. So if you go for a quick cheeky Nando's, it means you're off to Nando's.
It's a very British thing that everyone who comes over always gets that question asked. They have no idea what we're talking about. So
okay,
cool.
I love chicken, so yeah, we can do that for sure. I love chicken.
Just make a few half line shots. No one cares, all right?
That's easy. Yeah, we're gonna make a couple of those.
There we go, Nando's all round. Well, Tevin, thank you so much for spending time out your day. I know this 5-hour time difference has been a bit of a struggle, but thanks so much for spending time with us on the Bristol Flyers podcast. And we cannot wait to see you in a Bristol Flyers uniform in September.
Thank you guys so much. Can't wait to see you guys.